Welcome back to Kamen Review, episode number 76. This is discussing the last 4 episodes of Kamen Rider Skyrider, episodes 51 to 54, my final thoughts on Skyrider, and what Kamen Rider series I'm doing next. That's basically discussed here. 51 is basically a standalone episode involving a headband, and it features, from what I could tell, one of the last original monsters they have here. Now, in the case of 52 to 54, this is the 3-part epic finale to this thing. Where, in the case of these 2 episodes, we finally get a chance to hear the Great Leader's voice. First time in a long time. I think the last time we heard his voice was back in episode 17. Actually, it was 16, I think it was. Actually, it was 17. Which was Admiral Maj's debut. Here, it's the penultimate episode. He's angry and of course offers the thousand years from previous episodes. Okay, interesting. Gives him one last chance, but he fails. And then episode 53, after fighting Skyrider, well, it was revealed in 53. Now, in these episodes, also what happened to his parents. Now, they do mention at the start of the series, his parents were killed a long time ago in a car accident. His parents and his sister. They finally show his parents. And his father apparently was a respected scientist, and his mother just basically was on for a car ride. And then apparently they're killed in a car bombing. Yes. I'm wait, did the finale just retcon the beginning of the series? Apparently it did. Also, I'll get to more stuff basically. So, that's all about this cyborg. I think it was 377. That his fellows from this project. And I think, I found out, it's actually Admiral. Is he Skyrider's father? You think, is it really? No, not really. Turns out his father is still very much dead, but his mother's alive. Well, that is until she's killed by the two episode appearance of the Skull Assassination Squad. They first showed 53. And they're pretty much all taken care of for next episode, which also is the final appearance of his mother. She dies saving his life. And we finally see the great leader of Neo Shocker. Yeah, we finally see what the heck this guy looks like. And you're really? Yeah, I'm going to show you what the heck this guy looks like, because, oh my god. Also, 52 had a return of Stronger. Yeah. And also he meets Skyrider's mom. Okay, interesting. I thought that was a really interesting idea. Alright. The great leader of Neo Shocker is this dragon. Yeah, that's the big bad for this series. This dragon. Which, get this dragon is an alien. Yes, seriously, a freaking alien. Apparently he's from the Dark Nebula. Well, he's the Emperor of Dark Nebula. I mean, this is the great leader of Neo Shocker, a freaking dragon. Okay. We don't see a full appearance of him into episode 53. We've been hearing his voice the whole... Apparently the eyeball we've seen the whole time, apparently this is his actual eye. Oh, by the way, as the monitor supposedly blows up, his brain is turned to dust by, of course, the Great Shocker. And then, of course, basically, in 53, Kamen Rider 2 shows up. Okay. And then we have the final episode, while Skyrider basically apparently... apparently, they don't confirm he actually died. They suspect he died at the end of episode 53. So you have Stronger and Kamen Rider 2 going to confront, basically they're on the way to find out what happened to him, and of course confront the great leader of Neo Shocker. And they're joined by Kamen number 1, V3, Rider Man, X, and Amazon. And they go places like Greece, and apparently Amazon was in Peru, which that makes sense because it's probably nearby. I think one was like various different places, and they all come together. And eventually all take on the Great Leaf Neo Shocker. And of course, Skyrider's mom mentions, oh yeah, his weakness is actually the bottom of his right foot. And he hits it. Skyrider hits it, he shows up. And it works, but it doesn't beat him. So his plan is to get this. Use an anti-oxygen bomb about the city of Tokyo. Like, wait, can't you breathe? Nah, I don't need oxygen. Yes, so he flies. So the only way to stop him in the anti-oxygen bomb is that the 8 Kamen Riders form this circle and drag the leader out of the freaking space, and it explodes. And apparently, all the Kamen Riders who appear at this point are all dead. Well, that's until the next series. I'll get to basically, so I'll go next. Of course, ends on a very happy note, despite what happened with him. Gengagon just does whatever. And that's pretty much the end of the series. Though in the case of the Mentor, he will return for the very next one. Don't worry about that. Which I will review right now, what I'm doing next. Which Kamen Rider series is doing next? Super 1. Yes, the 7th Kamen Rider series. I'm doing that one next. Which, that's the third to last of the Showa era. Now, on to my final thoughts on Skyrider. I actually really enjoyed this series. Like, I was reading like what the series is about, some of the episodes. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta check the series out. And this series lived up to my personal expectations of how good of a series this is. Now, I think it's occasionally like 1 or 2 bad episodes. I think like I can't really remember because it's been a while since I watched some of these episodes, but this is something I really enjoy. One thing I was really anticipating for the series, I got really hyped for the series, was episodes 27, 28. Now, unlike what happened in V3, which had a return of the character from Shocker, this one had the return of the previous 7 Kamen Riders, which came right after the events of the big movie, which I love the movie, despite its second half. First half was really good. Second half, well, it felt a bit rushed. I felt like they were playing half a little bit longer. I was actually quite happy. The movie was longer than the previous movies. Good job on that part. But I kind of feel this movie should last longer. Maybe about 20 more minutes, maybe. But I love a 2-parter, especially like you have the monster like, "Curse you, Kamen Rider, where are you?" And then over the hill, like, wait, is that Skyrider coming? No, it's all 8 Kamen Riders. To beat the crap out of this one tank and a monster. Like, it's so awesome. And then further as the Rider Corps, which is awesome to say the least. I love this. And apparently, none of the Kamen Riders basically note the fact that this is the second series in a row where the leader of this organization that have been fighting the whole series is a giant, is basically a freaking giant. Like, this is the third time this has happened. Because this happened with King Dark in X, happened with the great leader of, I'm trying to think, what was the name of the organization? It was like Denzi Army, and oh yeah, there was also the Black Cross Army, which had their leader was basically this bug. Which, okay, like that was a joke. Like, what the heck? But wow, a freaking dragon. And they couldn't exactly beat him with a big kick. They tried all their moves on this dragon. It wouldn't work. The only way to beat him was to shove him back into freaking space and have him blow up with his oxygen bomb. But don't worry, they will be back. They're not dead. And yeah, they're not dead. They will come back, making one appearance in Super 1. I'm not going to reveal right now what the appearance is, but okay, now in case of what I'm going to do it, because I'm basically watching Change right now. So that will happen as fans of Change Man. The Hero series I'm going to do. One more, and of course I'm going to do one more Super Sentai series. I'm not going to right now what it is. You'll find out when I finish Change Man. And then I'll watch Super 1. Yep. But damn good series. I think that in the case of two generals they've had, I think Animal Demon was a little more interesting than, let's say, well, the the previous general, which, yeah, he was okay. It felt like this guy basically had no sleep, and I was reading about him like, are they explaining this show? No. Maybe they'll explain this at some other point, but they explain the damn show where the heck these organizations come from. But I will reveal this. Neo Shocker, from what I've read, was actually the revived version of the original Shocker, which is something they reveal in the series. I'm like, that's interesting. I'm thinking, like, where did they reveal this? And not in this series, maybe some other one. Who knows? Now, in the case of basically series feature the Great Leader, he does technically. I revealed this basically. The Great Leader Neo Shocker was later revealed to be another incarnation of the Great Leader Shocker. Yeah, he was just another incarnation. Yeah, just an incarnation of the original Great Leader. Mm-hmm. Now you might be curious to, okay, how many more versions of the Great Leader are left? I think Super. I don't think Super One's main villain. I don't think he was incarnation of the Great Leader. No. Just take a quick look here. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think that in the case of the Great Leader, I think there's like maybe one left, one version of him, and that's just, well, what happens with the when they debut the 10th ever Kamen Rider. Yes, because there's nothing about him in, well, the events of the next series Super 1, so still got a while. And you might be curious, am I going to cover that special that debuts the 10th ever Kamen Rider? Yes, I am. I am definitely going to cover that. Mm-hmm. When? I'm not sure. Probably. I think I'll probably talk about it when I finish up that particular series. Mm-hmm. Well, when I finish up Super 1, I'll do the special because, well, why not? Yep. But in the case of this is pretty much enough for now. So, I mean, might be a bit of a while before I come back this one. But Male Heroes are coming back. Yes. But I'll discuss Changeman later because I got this something to do, okay? Next video. Bye.